When you don't have anywhere to run to, you learn how to face your problems. Wholeness, infinite waters flowing through your brain. Dexter, this is tarot on Dex, and I do this from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. So if you think I'm here to play around with you, you should leave now. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. So let's get started, because you know we dominate these time constraints. And the karmic connections in your life was trying to put you on the run. They wanted you constantly on the go, so much so that you can never retrace your steps. You know, on a roller coaster, life constantly being a roller coaster, and then whatever blessings, whatever destiny was meant for you, they could easily step into. But because they were not a safe space to be, and running inevitably isn't wise, you learn how to face your problems. And that isn't what they were expecting. This karmic entity, this karmic energy was expecting you to constantly run from your problems, constantly run from yourself. And when you decided that running wasn't wise, it's like what you was going to run forever, your life going to constantly be a treadmill, you said, I'm not running no more. You turned around, you faced yourself, all of the shit you caused, all of the things you did, and you saw God. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is divine? What needs to know most? The judgment card energy. First card out as I'm saying that. It's like people wanted you to constantly be on a run from what other people had to say about you. It was almost like you was raised in a narcissist family paradigm. You know what I mean? So caring, people pleasing for acceptance and love was taught to you very early. And it almost feels like someone expected that aspect of your brain to never develop and for that to carry on throughout your adult life. But somehow, by the grace of God, you were able to say, you know, I'm not running from this shit. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. And you started to face your problems. And you realized you're a beast. The Empress energy. It feels like whatever this karmic is, they never wanted you to see your beauty. This person feels like a relative, somebody that's been a part of your life for a long time. And even though you're very beautiful and they always benefited from your beauty, and I'm not talking about physical beauty, I'm talking about the way that your energy is and how that attracts abundance. This person has always benefited from the beauty that you bring, but never wanted to say, never wanted you to know it. They never wanted to say it. They never wanted to have acknowledge it. Even that they wanted it to be you to think that it was because of them. Is this type of energy. Five of Wands energy is out here. A lot of projection is out here. So rather than saying, it's like they'll say you're the reason why bad things happen without always, you know, like if you're the reason why bad things happen, that means you're a very powerful entity. And sometimes anybody make mistakes. Even the Titans made mistakes. You get what I'm saying? But they wouldn't turn around and say, well, you made this good thing happen. And over time, that can warp your perspective of yourself. That's what I'm tapped into. I'm tapped into the energy of an entity that has been over time trying to warp your perspective of you. And because it's like Simba, they wanted you on the run. They wanted you on the run so then they could easily take your throne. But knowing who you are and whose you are, despite the mistakes you made, you may have or may haven't made, you would come back and you would claim your throne. And you would take authority over Pride Rock, over how you see yourself. And this is like an Uncle Scar. This is like a Uncle Ice, Uncle Ice. This is the type of energy that saw your beauty, saw your wealth, saw the prosperity around you before you could even know what to do with it and tried to manipulate it. They wanted to steal it. This is what I'm tapped into. Seven of Wands energy is out here. And how they tried to do that is projecting judgments onto you. Never encouraging. You get what I'm saying? They were saying you was powerful by saying the problems was your fault. But if the problems was your fault, what about the prosperity? You know what I mean? It can't be half-assed. It got to all make sense. So if you was causing some negative things to happen, there had to be some positive things that you was causing. They just wasn't calling that shit out. Five of Wands energy is out here with the Seven of Wands, trying to build up a mountain of self-doubt within you. This is what I'm tapped into. And because they weren't a safe space to run to, you had to find the light within yourself. This is what I'm tapped into. They thought you was going to run forever. You said, fuck that. Turn around and and face yourself. It was like, what, I'm going to run forever? No, I'm finna fight. And however this, whatever go with that, go with that. You was ready for it. You was ready for it because you had been endurance training your whole life. This is what I'm tapped into. The Wheel of Fortune energy is out here with the Ten of Pentacles. And when you turned around and you faced yourself, Empress, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, like I said, you saw God within you. This is what I'm tapped into. Nine of Swords energy is out here. And all of those negative thoughts that was projected onto you, you realize where they go. The Judgment card energy is out here. Like, you know, these people were trying to fuck up your perspective of yourself because they have a messed up perspective of them. This is what I'm tapped into. And you know what I've been getting from Spirit? I've been getting from Spirit that a cash cow is about to get a pay pig. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. Always hope I'm saying something that helps. Knight of Wands energy is out here because at first they wanted you to be on the run. But now you doing a race. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. Always hope I'm saying something that helps. Make it a marathon, baby. Wholeness, infinite water flowing.